Did you know that a male penguin will scour the beach for the smoothest pebble to gift to his lady love as a proposal? Now that's what I call a rocky start to a relationship, folks. Welcome, my fellow nature enthusiasts, to the weird and wonderful world of animal behavior. Today we're on a safari through the wilds of the animal kingdom, but not to spot the biggest, baddest predators. Oh no, we're here to witness the odd, the quirky, and the downright bizarre. We'll see everything from romantic penguins to kleptomaniac seagulls, and trust me, these critters have more than a few tricks up their furry sleeves. Remember, in the world of the wild, it's not just survival of the fittest, it's survival of the quirkiest. So buckle up, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, and prepare for a journey that's more entertaining than a barrel of monkeys. So, without further ado, let's dive into the countdown of the top 10 most bizarre animal behaviors. Kicking off our countdown at number 10, we have the Mannequin Birds and their fancy footwork. Now these aren't your average tweeters. No sir. These birds could give Fred Astaire a run for his money. You see, when it's time to impress a lady, male mannequins break out into what can only be described as the bird version of the Macarena. Imagine this. These feathered Fred Astaires slide, moonwalk, and even do a little shimmy shake to win over their potential mate. It's like a high-stakes dance-off where the prize is love. And you thought your prom was stressful. Some might say it's the original floss dance, others might say it's more Gangnam style. But whatever your take, one thing's for sure, these birds know how to bust a move. So if you ever feel bad about your dance moves, remember that you have some stiff competition in the animal kingdom. At number 9, we have the possums, the drama queens of the animal world. When faced with danger, these fuzzy thespians don't run or fight. Oh no, they put on a performance that would put the cast of a daytime soap opera to shame. Imagine this, a predator approaches. Our possum doesn't flinch, it doesn't flee. Instead it falls to the ground, its body goes limp, its tongue hangs out, and its eyes roll back. It's as if it's auditioning for the lead role in Death the Musical. But wait, there's more. These method actors take it a step further. They emit a foul odor imitating the scent of decay. Now that's commitment to the role. It's a compelling performance so convincing that predators often lose interest. The possum, once its audience has departed, springs back to life and scurries away. So remember, if a possum ever plays dead on you, don't fall for its Oscar-worthy performance. Coming in at number 8, we have the squids, who know how to make a memorable exit. Now we're not talking about a dramatic Irish goodbye or a mic drop at the karaoke bar. No, these squids take their exit strategies to a whole new level. You see, after the squid's love dance, the male squid says his final goodbye by, well, kicking the bucket. That's right, after ensuring the continuation of his species, he takes one for the team, retiring from the game of life. Talk about a commitment to the cause. And the female? She's not just sitting back and enjoying the post-coital glow. Oh no, she's busy laying thousands of eggs, then guarding them until she too shuffles off this mortal coil. So next time you think love is a battlefield, remember the squids. They've taken the phrase "love you to death" quite literally. Talk about going out with a bang, huh? At number 7, we have the seagulls, the pickpockets of the sky. Now, if you thought your sandwich-stealing coworker was bad, wait until you hear about these feathered felons. Seagulls, ladies and gentlemen, are the ultimate opportunists of the animal kingdom. They have mastered the art of kleptoparasitism, a fancy term for stealing food right out of other animals' mouths. And they're not picky either. From unsuspecting crabs to your unattended beach picnic, nothing is off the menu for these aerial bandits. Imagine this, you're a fish, just minding your business, when suddenly, swoosh, a seagull swoops down and snatches your hard-earned meal. Talk about a bad day at the office. But it's not just marine life that's under siege. These sky pirates have been known to dive bomb humans, swiping chips right out of unsuspecting hands. So next time you're at the beach, guard your chips, folks. Coming in at number 6, we have the lemmings, who've taken following the crowd to a whole new level. Now you may have heard the popular myth that these furry little creatures are so, well, lemming-like that they'll follow each other right off a cliff in a mass suicide pact. But let's not be too quick to label them the emo kids of the animal kingdom. You see, this whole lemmings jumping off cliffs thing is more Hollywood than reality. It's like believing that all sharks are named Jaws and have a personal vendetta against humans. In reality, lemmings are just overzealous migrators. When their population gets too high, they disperse in all directions, and some unlucky ones might end up swimming into the ocean or tumbling off cliffs. It's less mass suicide pact and more, oops, I didn't see that coming. So remember, the phrase, if all your friends jumped off a cliff, would you? Definitely doesn't apply to lemmings. At number 5, we have the Vultures, who've come up with a rather interesting defense mechanism. Now, when I say interesting, I mean slightly horrifying but also fascinating in a weird way. You see, vultures have a unique way of keeping predators at bay. They regurgitate their food. Yes, you heard it right. They literally throw up their lunch as a scare tactic. Now imagine you're an unsuspecting predator, and you've set your sights on a tasty vulture meal. You sneak up, ready for the pounce, and then, splat. You're suddenly hit with a face full of half-digested stinky vulture lunch. Talk about a mood killer. That's like going to a fancy restaurant and the chef throws the soup at you. It's gross, it's bizarre, but hey, it works. The predators are so taken aback by this unexpected gastronomic spectacle that they usually decide they're not that hungry after all. I'm sure that's one food fight no predator wants to participate in. Coming in at number 4, we have the goats that give a whole new meaning to the term scared stiff. Meet the fainting goats, also known as myotonic goats. These peculiar creatures have a tendency to freeze up and topple over when startled. Now this isn't because they've been watching too many horror films, it's actually a survival mechanism. When a predator approaches, a fainting goat's muscles stiffen, causing the goat to keel over, resembling a dead or injured animal. It's like playing dead, but with a dramatic flair that deserves an Oscar. The predator, usually confused or uninterested in dead prey, might just move along, leaving our goat hero unscathed. But don't worry, these goats aren't actually fainting. The stiffening is temporary and they're up and grazing again in no time. It's a weird yet ingenious survival trick. So next time you're scared, remember the fainting goats. They've turned fear into survival, and you thought you were a scaredy cat. At number 3, we have the fungi that could give any horror movie a run for its money. Picture this. You're an ant, minding your own business, when suddenly, you're overcome by an irresistible urge to climb. So, you climb to the highest leaf you can find and clamp down. Then, without any warning, a fungus bursts out of your head. Sounds like a nightmare? Welcome to the world of Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, a fungus that turns ants into zombies. This isn't your typical mushroom-on-a-log fungus. Oh no. This is a mind-controlling, body-snatching horror movie villain of a fungus. It infects an ant, takes control of its brain, and then forces the ant to climb up a stem and bite down. The fungus then kills the ant and sprouts from its body, spreading its spores to other unsuspecting ants. Who knew that the zombie apocalypse would start in the insect world, huh? Coming in at number 2, we have the cuttlefish, who've mastered the art of disguise. Now these aren't your run-of-the-mill garden-variety crossdressers. No, siree, these marine maestros have taken the art of deception to a whole new level. In the high-stakes game of love, male cuttlefish are often outgunned by larger, more aggressive rivals, but do they back down? Not on your life. Instead, they use their chameleon-like ability to change color and pattern, to disguise themselves as females. Can you imagine the surprise on the faces of their competitors? And it doesn't stop there. While the unsuspecting rival is busy flexing his tentacles at what he thinks is a lady cuttlefish, our disguised hero sidles up to a real female and woos her right under his nose. It's a classic case of while you were sleeping, see edition. Talk about going undercover for love. And finally, at number 1, we have the ants that really know how to make a lasting impression. Meet the exploding ants. No, they don't carry tiny dynamites, but they do carry an explosive surprise. When their colony is threatened, these little critters turn themselves into living firecrackers. Talk about being a blast at parties. Known scientifically as Camponotus saundersi, these ants are the embodiment of taking one for the team. They contract their abdomens so hard that they literally burst, spraying a toxic goo that sends predators running. It's a bit like having a superpower, only you get to use it just once and, well, there's no sequel for you. The exploding ants are the epitome of self-sacrifice. They're like the superheroes of the insect world, but their superhero name would probably be something like One Blast Wonder. So, next time you think your job is tough, just remember the exploding ants. And there you have it, folks, the top 10 most bizarre animal behaviors. From the groovy moves of the dancing mannequins to the dramatic death performances of possums, our countdown has showcased some truly peculiar antics. And who could forget the self-sacrificing squids or the kleptoparasitic seagulls stealing food right from under other birds' beaks? We've also covered the suicidal lemmings, the regurgitating vultures, and the fainting goats, each with their own unique quirks. Our top 3, however, took the cake. The zombifying fungi that turn ants into mindless drones, the cross-dressing cuttlefish, and the explosive finale of the ants who literally blow themselves up in the name of colony defense. These are the stars of the show, proving that reality can indeed be stranger than fiction. So if you enjoyed this wild ride, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more entertaining content. Remember, the animal kingdom is full of surprises, so stay curious and keep exploring. Until next time, stay wild.